Hello guys, my name is Prince and this is Math Center. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Post your comments and questions on my social media handles and I'll respond to it. We are on the topic algebraic expressions. In the previous video, we learned how to multiply and divide algebraic expressions involving fractions. In this video, we are going to learn how to add and subtract algebraic expressions involving fractions. So let's pick some examples and see how this is done. We are being told to simplify the following and we have been given from question 1 up to question 5. So we take them one after the other and solve it. So we pick the first one. We have a minus b over 2 plus 2a over 3. Now, solving algebraic expressions involving fractions is the same as addition and subtraction of fractions, as we already learned in the video on fractions. So the first thing that you need to do is to first find the LCM of the fractions given to you. So here the LCM, the denominators we have are 2 and 3. So we find the LCM of the denominators. So we find LCM of 2 and 3 and we know that that is 6. Now we found that to be 6. We know that when we are doing fractions, we will divide 6 by 2. So 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. We will multiply that with the numerator of that part. So the numerator of this part is a minus b. So 6 divided by 2, which is 3. You multiply that with the numerator, which is a minus b. Now because we have two terms here, a minus b, we put them in brackets such that we don't get confused during the multiplication. We already have the addition sign here, so we bring that addition sign. So plus, when you come here, you will divide 6 by 3. That is the denominator of this part. So 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. We multiply the results with the numerator, which is 2a. So from here, we do the expansion of the bracket. So 3 times a will give us 3a. 3 times minus b will give us minus b. Then plus 2 times 2a will give us 4a. You group like terms and you do the addition. So 3a plus 4b minus 3b. Since 3a and 4a are like terms, so 3a plus 4a minus 3b all over 6. You know that 3a plus 4a will give us 7a minus 3b all over 6. So since this is the simplest form, we end here and this is our final answer. Let's look at the second one. We have 2x minus 1 all over 3 minus x plus 3 all over 2. So once again, you look for the LCM of the denominators. So the denominators here are 3 and 2. So the LCM will be 6. Now you go again. 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. So 6 divided by 3 giving us 2. You multiply the results with the numerator. The numerator is 2x minus 1. Once again, you put it in brackets since you have two terms here. Then we already have the negative sign here, so the negative sign must come. 6 divided by 2 will give us 3. You multiply that with the numerator here, which is x plus 3. So from here you expand the bracket. 2 times 2x will give us 4x. 2 times minus 1 will give us minus 2. 3 times x will give us minus x. Minus 3 times 3 will give us 9 all over 6. You group like terms and you continue. So when you are grouping like terms, you are going to have 4x minus 3x minus 2 minus 9 all over 6. If you watch the video on addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions, you understand how we are doing the addition and grouping of the like terms. We know that 4x minus 3x will give us x. Minus 2 minus 9 will give us minus 11 all over 6. We move on to the next one. We have 3 over x plus 1 minus 2 over x minus 1. Now we can see that this is a little bit different because we have the denominators involving variables. Now whenever you have the denominators involving variables, the LCM of the denominators is the product of the denominators. So here you multiply x plus 1 by x minus 1 and use it as the LCM. So the LCM here is going to be x plus 1 times x minus 1. That is what you are going to use as the LCM. Now, how do you proceed from here? Remember when we were doing the previous one, we said that to find this here, you divide the LCM by the denominator here. So here the LCM is x plus 1, x minus 1. Now, the denominator here is also s plus 1, so you divide that by s plus 1. And you know that this one is cancelling this, so the remainder will be x minus 1. Then you multiply the numerator, which is 3, by the remainder, which is x minus 1. Then you bring your negative sign. Then you come to this side. When you come here, the denominator is x minus 1. So you are going to divide the LCM, which is s plus 1 in one bracket, x minus 1 in the other bracket. So this is x, this is plus. You are going to divide that by x minus 1. You know that x minus 1 will cancel x minus 1, so we'll be left with only s plus 1. Then the numerator will multiply that, which is 2 times x plus 1. So you proceed with the expansion and you simplify as we have been doing all along. So 3 will multiply x, we are going to get 3x. 3 times minus 1, you get minus 3. Minus 2 times x, you are going to get minus 2x. Minus 2 times 1 will give you minus 2 all over the LCM. So you proceed. You are going to have 3x minus 2x minus 3 minus 2 when we group like terms. 3x minus 2x will give us x, minus 3 minus 2 give us minus 5, then s plus 1 in one bracket, x minus 1 in the other bracket as the denominator. Now we move on. We have x over x minus 2 over x minus 2 plus x over s squared minus 4. Now immediately we can see that s squared minus 4 looks like difference of two squares. Now whenever you have that, first expand the difference of two squares. So we have 2 over x minus 2 plus x over s squared minus 2 squared, since 4 is the same as 2 squared. So if you expand this, you are going to get x over x minus 2 plus 2 over x minus 2 plus x over x minus 2 into one bracket, s plus 2 in the other bracket. Now you can see from here that in the previous example I said whenever you have a variable in the denominator, you are going to, the LCM is going to be the product of the denominators. But you can see from here that x minus 2, which is the denominator here, is already in this part. Now if that happens, you pick the one that already contains the term. So you can see from here that s minus 2 is already contained in this part. So there is no need multiplying the denominator here with the denominator here, because s minus 2 is already here. So in this case, the denominator is going to give us x minus 2, s plus 2, since you can already find s minus 2 here. So you continue with the simplification. You are going to divide the LCM here with this. So the LCM that we have is s minus 2 in one bracket, then x plus 2 in one bracket, divided by the denominator here, which is x minus 1. So which is x minus 2. So you can see from here that this x minus 2 will cancel this s minus 2, and we are left with x plus 1. The numerator is 2, so you multiply 2 by the result, which is 2 into bracket x plus 2. Once again, you are putting s plus 2 in a bracket because there are two terms there and 2 is only one term. Now we come to this part. For this part, the denominator is x minus 2, s plus 2, and the LCM is also x minus 2, s plus 2. So if you divide the denominator by the LCM, we are going to see that we will have 1, because x minus 2 in one bracket, s minus 2 in one bracket, then s plus 2 in the other bracket, divided by x minus 2 in one bracket, then s plus 2 in the other bracket. You can see from here that x minus 2 will cancel s minus 2, S plus 2 will cancel S plus 2, so the result will be 1. Then you multiply that 1 by the numerator here, which is already x. Then you open the bracket, so you are going to have 2 times x, which will give us 2x, 2 times 2, which will give us 4, then x times 1, which will give us x. So you group like terms. We are going to have x plus x, which will give us 3x plus 4 all over x minus 2 into one bracket, s plus 2 in the other bracket. Let's take the final example. We have 2 over x minus 2 minus s plus 1 all over x minus 2 in one bracket, x minus 1 in the other bracket. Now we can also see from here that we have x minus 2 here, and that x minus 2 can also be found here. So in this case, the LCM will be this. Because we can find s minus 2, which is the denominator here, we can already find it here. This part is going to be the LCM. So x minus 2, then x minus 1 is going to be the LCM. Now we can see from here that if you divide x minus 2, x minus 1 by x minus 2, you are going to have x minus 1. The numerator is 2, so you multiply 2 by x minus 1. Once again, you put x minus 1 in a bracket because it is a binomial and is being multiplied by a single term, which is 2. Then when you come here, you are going to have x minus 2, x minus 1 dividing x minus 2, x minus 1, and our answer is going to be 1. There is this negative here because there is a negative sign already between them. Then into brackets, so you are going to multiply that 1 by the numerator, and the numerator is x plus 1. So we expand the brackets from here. 2 times x will give us 2x. So from here we can see that 2 times x will give us 2x. 2 times minus 1 will give us minus 2. Minus 1 times x will give us minus 1. Minus 1 times 1 will give us minus 1. So we group like terms. You're going to have x minus 1 minus x minus 2 minus 1 all over s minus 2 into one bracket, x minus 1 in the other bracket. Now x minus x will give us x. Sorry, 2x minus x will give us x. Minus 2 minus 1 will give us minus 3. You divide that by x minus 2, x minus 1. Now remember here that we can't cancel any further because there is no common factor here. Thank you for watching this video and all the videos on algebraic expressions. This is the end of the topic algebraic expressions. Pick more examples on this topic and try your hands on them. Use the principles that you use in this video. If you have any question, interact with me on my social media handles and I'll help you to solve those questions. Bye bye.